We don't talk about this enough. It's always, oh, I don't need a man, I'm this, I'm that, and I don't need a friend either. And even saying that is triggering to a lot of people who are emotionally dysregulated and want to seek these codependent bonds. Or you focus on trying to see what the next woman is doing and how she can be your friend. Be a friend to yourself. Are you your own number one primary friend? Do you even trust yourself? It's not to be negative, it's to be realistic. Anybody who thinks topics like this are negative, just leave. Goodbye. You do not have to be here. You don't have to subscribe to this channel. Hey babes, so this video is kind of off the cuff because I'm sitting in my car and I just finished my kale salad. And I was thinking, because I just left from a presence of a woman that I've recently encountered, and what I want to talk about is to beware of the search and destroy friendship method when it comes to women. Now, what is the search and destroy method? Essentially, they'll try to look for something that's wrong with you, and then when they can't find anything that's wrong with you, they will try to destroy you. Search and destroy. Searching for things, searching for inconsistencies, searching for reasons to say like, oh, you're not who you say you are, you're not as polished, you're not as, nice, or you have a temper, or people want to get you out of your element, knock you off your square. The way that you present yourself is not okay with them, so they're going to show you that by learning as much as they can about you and then trying to use that against you to agitate you. But if you see it coming from a mile away, then it's not going to work. And there's a woman who, she's trying that with me right now. She doesn't know that I know that's what she's doing, because that's what most women do. Most women who are insecure and they want to know about you, they want to pick you apart, they want to unpack you so they can, try to see how much they can be like to you, because of the way you carry yourself, because of the way you converse with other people, because of the way you're able to open doors or make things happen for yourself and those around you. They'll try to obviously get close to you, figure you out, and then find a way to like bring you down, whether it's through sabotaging acts, whether it's through trying to little girl you, trying to make you their sidekick. I always find that so funny, because I made a video yesterday and I was talking about how a woman being out in the middle of the day dilly-dallying triggers people, and why people need to stop comparing themselves, because you don't know the data and you don't know the backstory. A lot of people do not know me, okay? And so I always find it funny when a person doesn't think that I can see what they're doing. And the type of person that I am very quick to just remove somebody from my life and not speak to them. I really don't care. Like, I don't need to have friends. Not all women need to have friends. Not all women want to have friends. Now, I am a friendly person. Like, if I told you some of the stuff that I do, the things that I do for people, even like strangers and stuff that I encounter, it would be like, well, Kiya, you're nice, you're friendly. That's just because I'm genuine. But I don't have to be your friend and all in your face 24/7 and locked arms and sleepovers with you to be a friend to you. And I think that's why a lot of women struggle with friendship in adulthood, because y'all want it to look like how friendship looked in childhood, and when it doesn't, you feel rejected. I don't want to talk to you every day. I don't want to be in your face. I will check up on you. I will be there for you when it's time for you to shine. If you're going through something, to celebrate you, I will go out of my way. I will pay however much money to take a trip with you, whatever you want to do, if you want to, whatever, because I treat my friends and my loved ones like, precious little strawberry shortcakes that they are, and that's fine. But that don't mean I have to be overly in your face or with the niceties, because I have stuff going on. I have stuff to do, right? And when women don't have enough to do with themselves, they haven't figured themselves out, define their values. We talk a lot about being a signature woman on this channel, and a signature woman is a woman woman that shows up polished, put together. She's embodied in her presence, and her energy is felt because she knows who she is, she knows what she wants, and it's all a result of her values. And the way that she shows up is a result of priority and practice. She's choosing to be this way over and over again consistently until it compounds into a big ball of energy that is magnetic, that is, full of skills, because she has poured into herself. She gets her sleep, she nourishes herself. And I say that because this particular lady that I'm talking about, I had lunch with her earlier in the week because we're actually, working on something, and she's trying to create a friendship, but I'm not going to be her friend. I'm really not. And so before, we went to lunch, and she commented because I got a salad. She was like, "Oh, you're healthy, blah, blah, blah." And it's like, beware of stuff like that. Some people could take it as a compliment or just like an observation, but based off what she ordered, I didn't say, "Oh, you're unhealthy," because what she ordered is something that I wouldn't order, something that I wouldn't eat. But do I care? No. She's a grown woman, 2 titties and a pussy. Eat what you want. I don't know your life. I don't know your diet. I don't know what your body needs, the level of protein or this or that or whatever the case is. And so people think it's okay to comment on other people's lifestyle, other people's body, other people's looks, when you are the standard of what a body, a lifestyle, and a look looks like, right? But if the roles were reversed, I would never make comments on what another woman chooses to do or how she carries herself, because then I would be insulting, and then I would be attacking somebody. So then, I just, was around this person, and again, they were eating something that wasn't very healthy. Why should I care? And so I found myself, I was like, okay, I'm gonna get out of here. I need to go get something. And then it was like, oh, okay, like what are you thinking about getting? I'm like, I don't know. I don't really have a taste for anything, but I'm gonna figure it out. I'm gonna see you. In that moment, it's like, I'm not gonna tell you that I'm about to go eat another kale salad, because you already know. You know that I'm about to go eat something healthy. You can look at me and see that there's a certain level and a certain thing that I do to take care of myself. Mind you, y'all, I eat everything pretty much. Not everything, but I eat things that are not healthy all the time, but I know how to nourish myself. I know how to balance my diet. I remember earlier in the week, I was eating a Caesar salad. It's not healthy. And she was like, "Oh, you're healthy." I said, "Oh, this isn't healthy. I just wanted to eat this." And she kind of looked, but again, even that, when you try to align yourself with somebody, you see what I'm saying, and then you figure out you really don't even know what you don't know. I didn't mean it any type of way. It was like, oh, this is not healthy, because a Caesar salad is not healthy. A lot of people don't know how to nourish themselves. A lot of people don't know how to lose weight. A salad loaded with Caesar dressing and cheese, the romaine is fighting for its life, and it's mostly water. That's just something that you're eating because you want to. Is it maybe better than eating a piece of pizza? Probably. But a Caesar salad, I had a Caesar salad, y'all, and some french fries. That's not healthy, okay? Now, the salad that I just ate with kale and onions and cucumbers and arugula and quinoa, that was a healthy salad, okay? But even stuff like that, if I start to go into detail about my lifestyle, what nutrition actually is to me, why I'm able to maintain my weight in the way that I do, and this, that, and the third, people, these are the type of things I'm saying, people will start to study you about, and then you just being yourself is just disrespectful to that person, right? Because once they search and they find, oh, there's really nothing to it except she's a genuine young lady who minds her business, works towards her goals, takes care of herself, and looks out for other people where she can, don't play with me, and she's not available for the nonsense, then they want to bring you down. Then they want to find a problem with you. Then they're betting on you that you care about the relationship enough to care about their opinion and care about whether or not they start to act funny with you. And that's where people get me wrong every single time. The reason I share this is because, like I said, we talk about being a signature woman. And yes, everybody is going to be more attracted to you once you figure out who you are, once you align with yourself, once you figure out what works for you. And it can be inspirational for others. It can be something that they're attracted to. But it's up to you to realize if people are able to handle you. I know for a fact from the years that I've lived, I'm about to be 30 years old, most people cannot handle me and being my friend, okay? Because the way that I am and the way that I'm consistent and the way that I don't care to bend just because if we become friends, my habits don't have to become your habits. So then what happens is, you know, the dominant personality or the dominant person, I'm going to stick to what I do because I've already decided it's a lifestyle. It's not a facade. It's not a trend. It's not, oh, we do kale and Pilates and green juice and stuff this week. Anybody that knows me knows that since I was a teenager, I have been drinking green juice and green smoothies. I've always been healthy. I've always liked to eat weird stuff, try new things, eat healthy foods and stuff like that. All of the health trends and all these different type of things, like literally I've always been on that, naturally doing that. Y'all know I'm into herbs and all that different type of stuff too, just because I have an affinity towards those things, right? So when another person observes that and they try to do it too, okay, well, she does this, I'm gonna do it. She dresses like this, I'm gonna do it. She eats like this. After a while, you know, of you trying to do what I do, you're gonna become fatigued. I'm just telling you, in case, you know the play, you know the play-by-play. The best thing for you to do is to be you and define your values and not care that because another woman is doing something that you're going to do the opposite. I've had women have their order ready, say what they was going to order off of the menu, and then when they see what I order, change their order. You see what I'm saying? Like I said, I eat stuff. I'll be like, oh yeah, girl, if you get this, I'm gonna taste it. But if I know what my diet is and what I need to eat and how I need to nourish myself, how is that your business? And how is that a thing where we need to align on the food that we're putting in our bodies? I be telling people, I be like, girl, eat what you gotta eat. Like, I don't ever try to impose on another person's diet or anything like that, because what happens is people try to dress up every day like me, look put together, eat certain things, and after a while, because they're fatigued, they expect me to get tired of it. But baby, this is me. So now, because you realize, oh, she really do this, she's really like this, and she can do it over and over and over again and again and again. Yes, because I've been practicing being this way, because this is who I am and this is who I want to be. That is very diabolical behavior, to study somebody, try to emulate them disingenuously on the basis of a friendship. Because what if I really did want friends? What if I really did want to be somebody's friend, but I'm a realistic person and I'm a grown woman? Okay, so I don't have to live in a fantasy of, well, maybe this person will be the person. I know everybody gonna act the same. Most people do. And until you don't, then we can talk, okay? But like I said, a lot of these people exhibit the same low-level behaviors, and it's up to you as a woman to recognize the patterns and just don't let people close to you that have the intent of destroying you, pretty much. Like, never want something so bad that you're willing to compromise who you are and letting people in and getting attached to people. Now me, I just be looking, I just be like, this, she really thinks she about to do something. Sometimes I'll remove myself, but to be honest with you, again, you don't know the data, you don't know the backstory, you don't know who a person is really up here. My toxic trait is sometimes I want to see how you gonna do it, because I'm not scared. I'm not the type of person that's going to sit up there and coach you on how to teach me or give you warning signs like, hey, you did XYZ and da-da-da. Now granted, okay, I'm not a menace, I'm not a crazy person in order of, like, people do stuff by accident. You know the difference if someone's doing something by accident or if it's really a situation where they didn't know. I'm very much open to saying, hey girl, okay, like, let's not do this, let's not do that, you know, blah blah blah, whatever. And it's just like, oh, okay, that's fine, that's cool. But even that, a lot of women can't take correction. They want unfettered access to you to do what they want, how they want. A lot of women are no better than the men that they say are perpetrators, which is why y'all experience certain things that y'all experience when it comes to men, because you have that same energy. If you believe that life is just a reflection of energy and stuff like that, a lot of y'all do that to y'all woman friends and then encounter men that try to dominate y'all. I wonder why. You better check it. You better look at it, and you better realize it, because it's the truth. Okay, I don't have a spirit of domination. Okay, I don't have a spirit of wanting to control people. I'm actually very accepting. That doesn't mean that I'm going to let your behavior fly or I'm going to stick around for it, but I accept people for who they are. If you want to have poor character, if you want to be emotionally dysregulated, if you want to not know how to talk to people and keep a friend, that's you. That's your choice. If you want to find things wrong with a perfectly fine person that could have been your friend, okay, and then try to bring them down and counting on the fact that their self-esteem is low enough that they're going to care when you start acting out or making side remarks or side comments, because at first it's the build-up and then it's the breakdown. I appreciate when people compliment me, but I don't even care when people compliment me or give me praises, because y'all know the saying that goes, if they can feed you, they can starve you. It's the same thing with praise. It's the same thing with compliments. My ego is not that big to where I need or feed off of the validation of other people anyway. Am I grateful when people acknowledge me for my talents, my gifts, what I bring, my looks, if I put a nice outfit together? Of course I am. I will gratefully say, oh, thank you, this, that, and the third, but I'm not going to lean on it. I'm not going to depend on it. I'm not going to be like, oh, so-and-so's nice. She always compliments me. She's cool. That don't mean nothing, because a lot of y'all women know that flattery is the way to start a conversation or get in with most women. But a woman who has worked on herself, developed herself, and who isn't feeding off the energy of others, she's self-contained and self-sustained, that's not going to work. Okay, and then that's going to challenge you to figure out a way, well, how can I as an adult understand the type of friend that this woman needs or this woman wants to have, not just what I want out of a friend. Okay, I remember I was speaking to a lady last week at a networking event, and I more or less kind of said that, oh, well, I'm so focused on my business and stuff like that. I don't really, focus on going out and making friends. I more so, connect with people for events, because I'm like, always doing something for the business. That turned her off, because she thought that she was going to be my friend, and I was being friendly to her. I was having a conversation with her. I was asking her about herself. She was asking me about myself. But then at that point, it was just like, oh, like in the middle of our conversation, she had already asked me for like my business Instagram and followed me. And then I could tell once I said that, her demeanor and everything changed. And then she had unfollowed me on Instagram, and I was just like, okay, that's fine. And not that I'm clocking her or paying that close attention. My business account has like 100 followers, y'all, so go ahead and follow me. Support theoctobersong.com, The October Song on Instagram, and theoctobersong.com. Shop for your candle scent pleasures. But anyways, y'all, I just wanted to say that, because it's not to be negative, it's to be realistic. Anybody who thinks topics like this are negative, just leave. Goodbye. You do not have to be here. You don't have to subscribe to this channel, because if we're going to be talking about womanhood and the things that come with it, let's talk about all the things. I don't promote fake femininity. I don't promote fake girl, woman empowerment BS. I promote real women's empowerment that teaches women how to think, how to process, how to see situations, how to avoid pitfalls, how to have confidence within themselves, how to have actual skills and abilities. That's women empowerment. Not being like, compliment every woman you see, uplift her. Of course, that's fun and cute and stuff to do, but a lot of that is a guise for fake nonsense, and I'm not going to sit up here and promote that like that's the end all be all. So say that to say, if you are a woman, it's okay to be alone, or it's okay to be a lone wolf. Honestly, a lot of times that's what you need. You focus on making all these friends and stuff like that, or you focus on trying to see what the next woman is doing and how she can be your friend. Be a friend to yourself. Are you your own number one primary friend? Do you even trust yourself? Do you have a very solid foundation in a relationship with yourself? I do, which is why I don't feed off the energy of others, and I really don't need anybody in my life to complete me, what I got going on and what I'm doing, whether it's a man or a woman. We don't talk about this enough. It's always, oh, I don't need a man, I'm this, I'm that, and I don't need a friend either. And even saying that is triggering to a lot of people who are emotionally dysregulated and want to seek these codependent bonds, or seek these bonds where you attach yourself to a genuine person, hoping that they're silly okay? And you can take advantage of them and then contort the light that you see into them into a mechanism that you can control like a remote. It don't work like that over here, but be aware of that. I'm very aware of that. And then once people figure out that I have them figured out and I'm on to them, then I'm the enemy. Then that's where the hate comes out, because how dare you know that I have the ill intention of manipulating you, trying to figure you out, trying to get close to you, and how dare you know that and thwart my plans before I have the opportunity to go through with them. How dare you? But it is what it is. That's how people think. So anyways, y'all, I love y'all. Let me know, do y'all encounter this? Have y'all seen this? Do y'all, you know, experience this type of behavior? In the Signature Woman series, I've gone through all of the superficial stuff of, like, you know, looks, makeup, hair. And when I say superficial, I just mean surface level. I don't mean superficial in the sense that it doesn't matter. It very much matters, because appearance, looks, presentation is all spiritual just as much as it is physical, okay? But I've gone through all of those things. So now, you know, we could talk a little bit more depth on like the nuances, the interactions, the scenarios, and things like that, because everything ain't gonna be always fluff all the time, okay? I forgot to tell y'all my fragrance combination of the day. I put on Must Be Nice again, and I put on Fashionably London from Zara, which is by Jo Malone. I've gotten compliments all day. I smell good. It's hot AF in Houston. My camera's getting hot, so I'm gonna let y'all go. Love y'all. Comment down below, subscribe to the channel for more fun videos like this, and I will catch y'all in my next video. Bye.